Epic Universe is just around the corner, and we've all been waiting with bated breath to find out what's new at Universal Studios. In the meantime, before the Grand Helios opens up, the Stella Nova and the Terra Luna Resort are there, and now the Stella Nova is open. But the opening didn't quite go as planned, including leaking roofs, soundproofing problems, and it sounds like the windows are pretty noisy. What in the world is going on? Let's talk about it here on That Park Place. Vash, you've got the real story here with Stella Nova. It actually got off to a rocky start here. There were things that were really great about Stella Nova, and there's a lot of chatter online from one account in particular. And I'm not saying that account is wrong, but there seems to be some good things and some problems coming out of Stella Nova. Let us know.
Yes, absolutely. What you're seeing right here is a promotional video, detailing what the Stella Nova is all about. If people are unfamiliar, you can see right there, amazing whimsical architecture, and at a value price point. You can see some lights in the hallways right there. I think they really, a lot of people were praising them for getting the details right on this resort. However, like you mentioned before, Jonas, there have been problems with this resort. As we can see right here, let's see, Kevin here, I'll let it be known that the walls are paper thin and they overcharge on parking despite previously communicated price, but whatever. Okay, well, we've heard about
that pricing point, by the way, there? I'm seeing $65 for visitors to park at the Stella Nova. Is that?
I did not see that, actually. I thought it was more in line with what Disney would have been charging, like 25. So that's quite a bit, actually, right there. That's a serious issue. Go ahead and hunt that down, Jonas.
Yeah, let me find it to bring that in.
Okay. But structural issues are going to be the problem of the day. It first started out with Kevin Heimbach, who is apparently staying there, and it started out in the gift shop, a little bit leaking right there from the Stella Nova Resort gift shop. That's concerning, especially for a new project like this. And also, too, there's a lot of overlap between the construction crews at the Stella Nova and Terra Luna, and also, too, Epic Universe. So a lot of people were going, ooh, this is not good. And apparently, even days into his trip, this was the state of things at the Stella Nova gift shop.
Oh,
but
dear.
It doesn't stop there. Unfortunately, apparently this issue goes even further. See right here, major design problem with the Stella Nova Resort. Whenever it rains, you'll hear a constant tapping touch. It's very hard to sleep if you're someone who needs complete silence. That's either coming from the window design or how the rain reacts to the 144,000 colorful reflective tiles. So you can kind of hear what that is. I can go ahead and get the audio on this.
Yeah, that seems like the kind of thing that if you are looking for comfort from the sound, it wouldn't be so bad. I actually do love a Florida rainstorm myself.
I do too. But I will say it's a good thing it doesn't rain every day in Florida.
Oh yeah, right. yeah. For those of you not in Florida, we also have some autistic members of the audience here. Marvin, were you being sarcastic?
I was being sarcastic. Yes, in the spring and summer and early fall, it rains every day.
Right, but not in the same way it does in the middle of the country. Rain in Florida can be, in fact, warm. Amazing. Of course.
Kevin provided the data here, so yeah. He was already ahead of it. Now, I will say, Sean from Raking the Mouse is also staying there, and apparently he was saying that this might be room specific because he didn't notice the same problem in his room. So there seems to be some inconsistencies with these reports, but that's not where Kevin's problem stopped. This one, probably the most egregious right here. Many guests are having problems with the showers. Mine had sand coming out of it. I also have no hot water in my shower. Sounds like it's 50-50 if you have hot water in your room. Some guests were told it's a water pressure issue or that the plumbers didn't install the showers correctly. There clearly was not a proper test stay before paying guests came to the hotel. That one is that one's pretty bad.
I also go back one here. I want to see what did he fill in his rings on his watch there? He needed to get moving. I just have to point that out. And congrats to Kevin on doing the thumbnail right there and going ahead and putting the thumbnail face right there on X. He's not wrong. And But let's bring this up right here. Also from Kevin Heimbach, there it is. Daily visitor is $65 for parking plus tax.
Oh,
tax on parking?
Yeah,
that's
that is
rough.
I think what that is right there is to keep you from thinking that you're going to park at this resort and then take a bus.
Hop on a bus.
So that is punitive and meant to dissuade people from thinking they're going to park there, as opposed to an actual moneymaker for the part. I think they want guests staying there at the Stella Nova, but they don't want anyone else staying there.
Do they not have major restaurants in the Stella Nova then? They want people to come, like, because like I'll go to, I won't stay at the Polynesian, but I'll still go to, Trader Sam's, or I'll go to Ohana, and they're not charging, they're not charging.
That's a really good point. And I'm wondering if is it cafeteria style? Like they're just trying to they're just trying to service the guests of the hotel, and Universal is better about this than Disney. There are some resorts around there where it seems like they straddle that line between convenience and being an actual restaurant there, where it's more convenience and not the quality that you would want from a Disney restaurant. I don't know, maybe I tend to avoid the non-named Disney restaurants.
Kevin had something to say about the breakfast experience at the Stella Nova Resort.
Please,
ironically, apparently they were fixing lights in the middle of his breakfast right there, which look, this is a brand new resort. You're going to have some issues like this. I'm not super concerned with this particular issue if it's a one-time deal, but definitely not the greatest first impression, that's for sure. Also, too, the food, not quite consistent with what they advertised.
Wow. If I saw something like that on my plate, I might send that back.
I would 100% send that back. That looks like a bear took a squat on those pancakes.
Hey guys, we have a special treat. We are about to be joined on location with someone who, I don't know what she has in her mug, but please, Lorena, spill the tea.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Well.
Oh, okay, good, cool. Yes. Well, I've got coffee in here. I mean, granted, this is just me, but whenever I see a refillable mug, I'm thinking how much coffee I can put into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me. So yeah, I've been here Stella Nova for this is my third day staying here. And what have you guys talked about so far?
We've talked about the leak in the gift shop. We've talked about whether or not the rain is unbearable, and we'd love to get your thoughts on that. The fact that they had construction crew, a small construction crew with a scissor jack there during breakfast, fixing lights in the cafeteria there. We would love your thoughts on any and all of this. Is this sensationalism on Kevin's part, or has he got a point here?
It's sensationalism, and here's why I'm going to say that. No matter how good of an operation you have, 9 times out of 10, there's always going to be something that happens. And it's not that thing happens, but it's what is your contingency for it? Like case in point, the leak in the gift shop, that is literally, I want to say maybe 1/200th of the area in the gift shop. It's a very small localized area. You would have to look to find that. So if I wasn't going over by the Harry Potter merchandise, I would never know that there was a leak at all. And the fact that they had like this, they had more of a specialized bucket there when I went, but it was such a small leak. People were not thinking about that, honestly. They were just thinking about all the Epic Universe merchandise that they could get from this store that they cannot get at the preview center. So yes, it was a leak. You don't know if it's something due to the extreme temperature and something might have, opened up, or something could have overflown. Who knows? But it wasn't like it was raining in the gift shop. So while no one would like something like this, it was so minuscule. I haven't heard anyone talking about it in the 3 days that I've been here.
Okay.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah, speaking of that gift shop, Vash and I were of different opinions on whether or not we should bring this up as a focus, but I'm going to throw this in here. I was trying to figure out what this item is. This is a picture from WDWNT. Have you seen this one, Lorena?
Yes. Yes,
Before I say
seen
what
them.
it is, chat, what do you think that is? Because
I don't think you want to know what I think that is. Is that like part of some Tomb Raider cosplay?
It's
Nope,
not a it's not a chastity belt. Okay, I'll just say that.
Okay.
Lorena. Yeah, this is okay. Here, Postum has it. Yeah, it is a wand holder. Yeah, that is a belt with a wand holder and also looks like a cell phone case, which that's an interesting combination there. And it looks like the wand goes across the, I'm going to say, front part of your pants where they come together if you're buttoning them up here. I saw that and I thought, what in the world? Also, that's not where I would hold a wand myself. But anyways, Vash, looks like you've got more to show us.
Yes. Again, these reports were inconsistent. Like I was saying before, Sean Raking the Mouse was saying that he was looking out pretty good with his stay at the Stella Nova Resort. Didn't have nearly as many problems as Kevin did, and said that the pros were, resort hot tub, showers, Epic Universe views, service operations, speedy elevators. But the cons: buses to City Walk, bed sheets, pillows, super cheap quality parking, and cell phone service. So, I don't know if that's consistent with your stay, Lorena, but have you experienced any of the problems that Kevin was talking about? Have you, what has been your reaction to this resort?
The bus I haven't done yet. I'm actually going to be doing that later today. I'm going to go through the cons first. Haven't done the buses. Let's see, bed sheets, pillows, super cheap quality. They're not going to be 1,000 thread count. And let's be realistic here. This is a value plus resort. So this is akin to, like, say, your Hampton Inn. You're not going to get the sheet count like you would at Hilton or the Four Seasons. So while it's not super luxury, it's not bad either. I would say it's like your Target quality. So for the price point, it's not really an issue. If you are a princess sleeper, like I am, that's something to keep in mind. I will tell you right off the bat, for someone like me who is a side sleeper, for someone who's a snob about a mattress, I hate the mattresses here. I don't like them. I am that 5%, which is just like, this is not going to work for me. So
I appreciate that viewpoint.
Yeah, just bring a mattress, like one of those egg crate things. I've done that at Disney because I can't sleep on the beds that comfortably at Pop Century or Art of Animation either. So just to be fair,
that was going to be my question, is how you would compare it to a Disney value resort, because that's really the comparison point we're looking for here. Like,
right,
at some point it felt like the Disney value resorts started to raise out of that value area. Would you say that for the money you would recommend Stella Nova?
Absolutely, I would. It is literally right across the street from Epic Universe. And when I say right across the street, I mean literally you just walk right across the street and there's the resort.
Perfect.
I do want to add one more thing, and I can hang on for another 5 minutes. The parking. I expected to pay for parking, but I did not expect to have to pay $30 a pop a night as a resort guest. If you're not a resort guest, it's $65 a night, anything over $30. Now, my issue with Universal is, it's like, if I'm a pass holder and I've already paid, why should I have to pay for parking again? But to be fair, where this parking lot is, where Stella Nova is, you've got the convention center across the street. You've got the convention center, you've got, Chick-fil-A right down there, but there's a lot of traffic there. So if people are possibly trying to get out of paying to park at the convention center and parking in your lot instead, there needs to be some kind of financial deterrent. It sucks that it is $30. I do not like that, but I get it in comparison to where that particular parking lot is.
That makes sense. That actually, I wasn't even thinking about the proximity to the convention center there. So that's not just to keep Universal guests from thinking they should park at Stella Nova. And this is a Bob Chapek style move here as well. Let's just point that out for what it is. We're not saying it's a good thing, but I can see why they did what they did. For $10, every new service establishment goes through the paces. They have to hammer out the details and train the staff. They'll find their groove. Even Michelin star places are a disaster when they first opened. The RV community calls that the shakedown tour, where you got to test it out. And there's no testing at scale until you get a bunch of people in that resort. Now, that being said, when these things happen, we're definitely going to cover them. I am so grateful that Lorena is here. And by the way, Lorena's review will be on thatparkplace.com very soon. And Lorena, do you have any thoughts on that?
On my review?
No, I mean on Go and Show You comment. All right.
Let's see. No, he's absolutely right. I mean, even in IT, there's a certain contingency. You know that you don't know what it is, but you expect that something is going to go wrong. Something might be a risk. It's like, there's a slight chance that it might happen, but if it does, here's what we're going to do. Nothing is 100% on the first day. You've got that ramp up period to rectify problems. And I will say, with respect to the light fixture in the dining area, and I was there when that happened, okay, at least they had it roped off. They brought like that, what I call it, the transformer platform or whatever, scissor lift. They rolled that in, they fixed it very, very, very quickly. And unlike at Disney, nothing fell on someone. Like, I had something fall on me. So while it was inconvenient, one, it's the first day. Two, having something like that hang like that, where a lot of guests are, is a hazard. And three, they took care of it very, very quickly. And honestly, if that scissor jack didn't have that backup sound on it, no one would have noticed.
Yeah. And by the way, if you've got a kid there with you, which you don't have a kid there with you, but from my perspective, my kids are always fascinated with construction. I'm not saying that's a good thing they got construction there, but my boys would be sitting there looking at that thing the entire time.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.